All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the stream. Fish Hooks here with another iRacing race. Just getting back into the sim here. So what are we doing today? Fanatec GT Challenge. I was recently randomly inspired. I wanted to run the GT1 cars.
That's the end of the session. P8.
And of course, they are very much made obsolete by the GTE class these days. And but I like them anyway. I used to have a lot of fun with Mike and the Corvette. They're fun cars, difficult cars. They tend to create some really good close racing. Um, and I discovered that there's only one real official split. It's kind of a dead series. Only one official split per week, and that is at 6:45 a.m. my time, 11:45 GMT. Which is basically an Australian time slot on Saturdays every week. And this being week 12, the final week of the season, it is sparsely populated. I think 11 cars joined, 10 of them are GT1s. And then I botched my qualifying effort, and so I'll be starting basically from the rear. I think, let me think here. Yeah, I think I'll be starting dead last. No, I think, yeah, okay, well, dead last. That sucks. Good for me, huh? But hopefully that creates for an exciting race. I did run some qualifying. So sorry, it's 6:45. I'm not going to be my most eloquent self. But the other day I did a full stint worth of practice, and I was a full second faster than my qualifying.
Track temp is 23 Celsius, 30 minutes.
I was way faster than my qualifying pace during that. So
follow car number 10 in the left lane.
I'm confident that I can make up some spots here. If I finish dead last, that'll be really demoralizing. But I'm confident that I'm faster than at least a couple of guys in front of me. My mission here, top 5. 10 cars in class. Top 5 is top half of the field. I'm not very experienced in these cars, so I expect that some of these other guys, this isn't for me going to be so much an iRating comparison. It'll have more to do with familiarity, because these cars are special beasts. You'll notice a different kind of sponsor on the car. I didn't show you it on screen, but you can see the thumbnail that you clicked on to watch this. I've gotten all political. It is sponsored by a presidential candidate from South Bend, Indiana, by the name of Pete Buttigieg. Look him up if you're interested in toppling the corruption that is Donald Trump come November next year. Then I would invite you to take a close look at Mayor Pete. I think he's going to be a fabulous president if we can get him nominated. Now, as far as racing goes, this is multi-class, and you can see Nils here, the number 1 car, is starting behind me in a Ford GT car. In a Ford GT, I think it's the GT3 spec of it. Cool car, but he's the only one who signed up in it, so quick little guaranteed win for him, I guess. I'm sure it's just a thing where he loves that car and takes any excuse he can to race it. It's the downside about series like this that have outdated cars, that their participation just completely falls off while everyone's running the newfangled stuff. And I don't know why people just gravitate to GT3 and GTE so overwhelmingly, but they do. Alright, this is a 30-minute race, so pretty much a sprint race. No fuel, no tires needed. I will say, though, that 30 minutes is long enough that as the fuel burns off and the tires burn off, that it does become more challenging to drive this car, although my lap times were improving through my full run in practice. So that might have just come down to repetition and learning the track better in this car and all that, but regardless, it's enough to where the car is not the same at the end from how it is at the beginning. Drag the brake here, warm it up a little bit. try to be careful and smooth, pick people off as I can. I don't really have a good sense as to whether the Mustang, the Corvette, or the Aston is actually faster. But here we go. Here we go.
All right, Ben. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Green, let's go, let's go.
Was an unnecessary incident. It's alright. 17 of those for the race. Another downside about racing unpopular series like this is you don't get much chance to practice in traffic. Ooh, come on.
Car right. Clear right.
I kind of felt like those two were going to come together. I was glad I had a little bit of space there. Now let's see if I can pull away from them and catch this white vet. God, what a sound this thing makes. It's weak. Not good, not good.
Now 1.2 seconds.
Whine, Aston, whine! I don't know if I've got pace on Brock up here. He might have me on just raw speed.
Just done a 134.1.
Ouch, that's fast. Pulling away a little bit. I might have bitten off a little more than I can chew with this race. Such a hard corner to spot. Your turn in.
to Kramer. Ahead is increasing. It's now 2.3 seconds.
Come on, Ben. Sideways is not fast. Be careful there. You need to stay in the gas in that corner exit if you're off, that you can just loop it right real easy.
The gap behind is now 2.0 seconds.
Man, I need some shenanigans in front of me. I'm not done with Hiroshi. Car feels more understeery than it did in practice the other day for some reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe I just didn't give myself enough of a chance to warm up this morning. But come on, 6:45 a.m. race start? I should have practiced it last night, to be honest.
Is now decreased to
1.4
seconds.
Man, I'm slow. I'm a full second off my race pace when I practiced on Wednesday. I don't know why that is. Well, it's about to get interesting, kids. Not in the way I want.
That lap was a 136.5.
God, why am I so slow? It's frustrating.
Okay, Ben, relax, focus, keep it smooth. That's 20 minutes to go. 20
Ugh.
minutes.
Almost lost the car there. It's frustrating.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.5.
Yeah, I noticed.
You've just done a 136.3. Okay, Ben, lap times are pretty consistent. Don't let this guy intimidate you. That lap was a 136.3.
Nope, here he comes.
On your right, clear right.
I knew he would. I knew he would. He did it to the... Man. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew he couldn't freaking... I'll go back and look at it. Yeah, whatever, Hiroshi.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now
I knew he wouldn't be able to
8.3.
hold it. Well, this little experiment should have stayed in bed. Experiment failed. May as well change the channel, kids.
nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. Okay, Ben, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Halfway home. Fuel looks good.
I knew he'd hit me.
The gap in front is now 7.8.
I may as well park it. Now I'm just being sloppy. I'm so frustrated. I mean, not that I was a picture of perfection earlier, jeez. Some days you feel racy and some days you feel like a friggin' brick landing on a slug in the ocean on a sunken ship. As in, none of that has anything to do with fast. Can't believe how bad I am in this race.
Okay, Ben, you've got half your fuel left.
"11 more minutes, guys. It's all you got to endure if you decide to hang around." I wouldn't. I'm probably going to delete the video. Atrocious. It's going to be an expensive iRating moment, too.
The gap in front is now 8.7 seconds.
Why am I so off the pace? Makes me question whether I should run camel today. If this is how I'm driving.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Man, how about those day-night transitions though, huh?
That's 10 minutes left. Come on, stay focused.
Yeah,
Apexes
yeah.
and exits. Apexes and exits.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Ben, you're finishing last. Awesome job, driver. Remind me not to try new series on week 12. The only reason I'm continuing to go around, like I'm so tempted to park the car, but the only reason I'm still going is if these guys have an accident in front of me, you know, it's Silverstone, so it's got kids' gloves on. I mean, there's so much runoff.
Ahead is now 9.2 seconds.
But if one of them crashes, I can pick up an easy spot and regain a little bit of lost iRating, but I'm probably going to lose 80 or 90 iRating in this freaking race. Wasn't feeling it from the moment I sat in the cockpit. Well, like I said, there's one of them. See if I can freaking hold them off. He must have pretty significant damage. Maybe Hiroshi killed him too. I think they were separated by a couple seconds. So I'm being too hard on Hiroshi. It's a racing incident. He apologized. Just the second he got along.
Go, mate. Go, go, go. The gap in front is now 11 seconds.
My only other hope now is that someone runs out of fuel.
Time was 136.7.
Why am I over a second off my pace? Oh, I was 135 flats, 135 ones in practice. In the same conditions, in the same car with the same setup. And yes, I'm going to continue whining until this race is freaking over.
about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes
That's
left.
good advice, Chief. Good advice. God, this engine at full song makes a noise.
Okay, Ben, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. The gap ahead is now 11 seconds.
Frustrating to get beaten this badly. I'm better than this. But you know what? It isn't even about being beaten by the others. It's just I'm beating myself. I mean, 36.6? These lap times are the worst. And what's worse is I can't even figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. It's one thing if you can point a finger and say, oh man, I'm overshooting my corner entry, I need to back up my braking marker, or if you're missing shifts, or, you know, over rotating or whatever, you know. I mean, if you can point a finger and say, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong, I'm going to work on that, that's one thing, you know. You can suck, but know what to work on. I don't mind that. But to be a second and a half off my pace and not know why, I don't understand that.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Sorry, Neil.
I should have flipped it earlier anyway. I thought you would get a better run on the flap.
Completely my fault. I just wasn't paying attention in the corner and I didn't slow down.
Should be white flag next time. Put me out of my misery.
That lap was at 136.5.
At least I'm consistently terrible today. Maybe I'm just not a person who can jump from car to car, you know? I practiced this the other day, then the Nissan, then the Mazda, and maybe I just can't Matt Malone it, you know? Where where he jumps out of one car and straight into another and is competitive. Maybe I've got to focus on one. Of course. Make sure you suck harder than you have been, Ben. Hiroshi, if you were a real gentleman, you would slow down and let me by after crashing me like that. I've done it before.
One more lap to go. That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Good chase, man, good chase. Well done everyone, good race, good season too, awesome stuff.
Edwards is now leading. P8, there we go, it's over. Bring it back round.
Well, let's go back and look at the accident and just see if I'm being too harsh a judge. But regardless, I was terrible. You know, whether he crashed me or not there, he probably still would have passed me because he was faster. Alright, which lap was it? This is what disappointment looks like. Oh, hang on. I was like, those aren't my lap times. Ugh, it's bad. So bad. Yeah, he just drove right into me. Right? I didn't just lose it, did I? Oh, I gave him so much room. He just drove into me. Yeah, that's your fault, Hiroshi. 100% totally your fault. $100%. $100%. Love those sounds though, man. The soundtrack in this series is great. I might still dabble in it next season. I don't know. I think if I practice really hard, I can probably get good at it. Well, not the best debut for a Mayor Pete paint job. Sorry, Pete. Mr. President to be. Let's see what happened here. Alright, well, thank you for watching, I guess. I'm sorry, frankly, that you endured it. That was atrocious. I'm better than that, and the series, I'm sure, is better than that. So, I will likely delete this stream. So if you have watched it, then congratulations. Catch you later, fish hooks.